Episode 3865, Be Kind with Your Comments.
Moms, it's time to rediscover, rejuvenate, and renew who you are in mind, body, and spirit. Welcome to Create Your Now, Your Best Selfie, the show to help you do just that. Here's your host, certified life coach, personal trainer, and nutritionist, Christiane Wargo.
Happy day. Are you ready to get your health on? Seriously. You know what time of year it is? It's almost November 1st. Okay, and Halloween candy's around the corner. Are you going trick-or-treating? What are you going to do with all those extra sweet treats? Well, guess what? Be kind with your comments. For those of you who are brand new to Create Your Now, welcome to this incredible family. I'm so delighted of your presence. If you already haven't had the opportunity, you want to head on over to createyournow.com where you can learn more and sign up for the Kisses newsletter, the Keep It Simple strategy, everyday solutions to live, love, and impact. Well, this episode is brought to you by AIM, inspiring connection and community. Okay, so we've got Halloween coming around the corner. It's really kind of scary. Not because it's Halloween, by the way. I mean, ghosts and goblins and maybe a few Disney characters are going to show up at your front door, and some pirates and, I don't know, some dinosaurs and dragons. And, you know, it's like the lions, tigers, and bears, oh my, event of the season. But what about your health? Today, I want to talk about your health because I know as I have been getting older every single day, October is a big month for us. We have a lot of birthdays in the month of October. And so age is on my mind. And I don't know about you, but I want to age gracefully. I want to have a quality of life with however long my quantity of life will actually go in years, with months and days and weeks, etc., right? And so I've really been thinking about how are we taking care of ourselves? Well, honestly, you know, there's not a lot of new things under the sun. There's new products. There's different ways you can exercise. There's ways you can be a little bit more proactive. And in fact, I may actually do an episode on how to create your own home gym, but not in the manner that you think. Yeah, we'll leave that for another episode. And that's in honor of my mother with her physical therapy and everything that she's going through with her ankle. But seriously, so aging right has been on my mind. Health has been on my mind, which means you're on my mind. And that's a good thing because I'm praying for you. I want what's best for you. I even pray for myself. I mean, it's important. You got to pray for yourself too. And I don't know, but God has given me a very complicated body. He just has. And there are times that when I'm all by myself, or sometimes when I'm not, if I'm around somebody who knows my situation, and sometimes even here on the podcast, I'll just kind of blurt it out. I'm like, you know, come on, like, what is wrong? Why did I not get a higher metabolism? Why did I get this gut that doesn't know how to respond to when I put food into it? Like when I actually eat? Why is it that I don't have a full factor? Why is it that I have problems? I mean, so many things, right? I could make the list and you'd be like, oh, wait, Christiane, TMI, TMI. And it is somewhat TMI, but it's not. We've got to make sure that we're taking care of ourselves inside and outside. But our health does start from the inside. However, not always in the manner of food. Imagine if everyone wore a sign that said, be kind with your comments. Now, I know it sounds simple, but the way we speak, whether to ourselves or others, often misses the mark. Sometimes we toss out smart-aleck remarks, comments, right? Pretending to be oh so funny when we actually really mean it deep down. Or we're just rambling without thinking twice. But here's the truth. Words hurt. Words have power. So being kind with what you say matters more than you realize. Because no matter how casual or harmless words seem, they stick and cause damage. Words can be very destructive, yet they can also be healing. And living a healthy life already is tough. We have so many decisions out there, especially here when you can go to a grocery store, right? You don't have to grow it in your backyard. You go to a grocery store and you shop, and there's miles of stuff you can buy in some grocery stores. And you're like, okay, which is the right product? I've never seen so many options on mustard or ketchup or mayo or chips or celery or cereal or meat, right? Wherever you're shopping, the vegetables. How can you name one vegetable something and have 20 different varieties of the same vegetable, like lettuce, and you have like 20 different things? One's organic, one's hypo, whatever. And you're like, what? Where did this all come from? Living a healthy life is tough. It's confusing. And it's also not a one-time decision, but a daily challenge that requires effort and commitment and consistency. And that means how we talk to ourselves. That's fuel too. It's just not about the food we put in or the fitness that we pour out of our bodies, like our walking and our exercise, right? Doing our strength training, building up those back muscles so we're stronger and we keep our posture up. So as we age, we're not going to have this well-rounded back because we've got our phones and our head connected. It's really crazy, but that's what I see. It's like we've got them so close. Number one, we're not going to be able to hear because we've got earbuds in our ears. And then on top of that, our heads are almost connected to our phones within 5 to 7 inches. Okay, maybe you're lucky if it's a foot away from you. Now you're going to be, having trouble seeing because of your eyes. I mean, it goes on, right? It's a spiral pattern. And if we don't get up and say, you know what, I've got to make a commitment today. I've got to commit today. I've got to recommit today. Here it is. Then what happens is we become our worst enemy. And I think a lot of us are that and not necessarily meaning to. But let's go back to words for a minute, right? When you throw in this barrage of sarcastic, negative, and careless comments, especially those you whisper to yourself, those like, yeah, you know what? You don't got this. You're not good enough. You are fat. I mean, look at you. You can't even lose 5 pounds. You got pictures coming up. The holidays are around the corner. I mean, those kind of things. You just think, oh, it's not that big of a deal. But when you say them over and over and over again, and you're saying it to yourself 3 or 4 times a week, it's no wonder it's hard to maintain healthy habits because you're like, why? Those phrases that you use, the comments, I'm not good enough, or why bother? I always fail. Those words chip away at your motivation and confidence. They deflate you. And it just adds up to, why am I doing what I'm doing? And why am I working so hard? It'd just be easier to sit on the couch and grab a bag of popcorn or Cheez-Its or whatever it is. Chocolate. Some things in moderation, great, but don't eat it all the time. So what can you do to be kind with your comments and support a healthier, stronger you? Because words do have power. And so it starts with your words because they shape your mindset. That is your kiss to keep it simple strategy. Start with your words. What are you saying to yourself? Are you one who is just like, oh, you treat yourself as a queen, and not as in, like put yourself up on a pedestal or anything. I'm not saying that type of a queen, but you're really kind to yourself and you're genuine. If you're doing that, I want you to celebrate that today. Seriously. It's all right to know that you're doing something good. All right. But if you're one who says, oh no, Christine, I really got it tough. Like this doesn't work for me. I really struggle with what I tell myself. I use these phrases, and maybe you're not even paying attention to the phrases you use or the thoughts that you're thinking. Think, 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 Pooh Bear would say. Right? I mean, come on, if we're dressing up for Halloween, why not be Pooh Bear right now? And maybe sometimes you feel like that. A little Pooh Bear or Oompa Loompa or whatever it is. Or maybe you're just feeling bloated because you ate rice or noodles. Or maybe you're just feeling like, oh, I've just been drinking crap stuff. And now the holidays are around the corner. And now I know I'm going to gain 10 pounds. And you wonder why you're just like, bleh. And then the weather. It's starting to get fall. And I love fall weather. The leaves start to change. In fact, just yesterday I was taking out the trash. I know, kind of silly here, but go with me on it. I was taking out the trash, putting my recyclables in, and on my trash can was this leaf. I kid you not, that was about a foot in size. The leaf itself, it was so huge, undamaged. Nothing wrong with it. There was just a little bit of a tear, just a tiny tear. And I thought, oh my goodness, what has this leaf gone through? To have started as just a little bloop right on a branch, and then grown over the entire season through spring into summer. It was able to withstand all the winds and the rains that we had. And we had a lot of rain early on, late spring, early summer. And I thought, oh my goodness, we're just going to be waterlogged forever. It balanced out. And then for it finally to be released and to fall right there, I'm thinking what this leaf has gone through, and look how beautiful it is. You see, the problem is sometimes we just fall and we don't see the beauty. We don't see how far we've come. We don't give ourselves grace when it comes to all the CRAP in our life, the challenges, the rejections, the adversities, and the problems. And it's hard. Life is hard, but I'm here to tell you there's hope. Hope for a healthy lifestyle. Hope that allows your heart to beat differently. Hope that allows you to rise up because what you're raising the ceiling because you're raising your heart. And you're starting from the inside out. And it's not just about the fuel as in the nutrition that you put in your body, but the fuel that you put in your mind. And it starts with your words. So what does it look like to use your words wisely? Number 1, catch and replace negative self-talk. This inner voice that you have has more power than you might think. You can catch yourself saying, I can't, or I'm just too slow. I'll never get this right. Stop it. Just stop. Replace those with something straightforward and kind. I'm figuring this out. I don't quite understand it yet, but I'm getting there. I'm improving every day, or maybe even I'm trying. And that's what counts. Oh, yes, my friend, that's what counts. My good friend, Marianne Renner, she wrote a book called Self-Talk. And there are 10 things in there that you say to yourself and how you can make changes. If you're really struggling with this, go check out her book. I really do think it will help you. And instead of grumbling after, maybe you missed a workout, you didn't do something that you're like, I just wanted to get that in, and you're like, oh, great, I'm in failure again. What am I thinking? Say this instead. I missed today, but I'm going to get back on track tomorrow. I'm going to make sure I work out. I know I was supposed to have an off day, but nope, my off day was today. And so now, tomorrow, I'm back on. Make sure you are very aware and observe what you're saying to yourself. And then that leads me to number 2, speak respectfully about others' choices. Right? Whether it's a friend's diet or workout routine or lifestyle, don't undermine their efforts with sarcasm or judgment. What we do to ourselves, believe it or not, we're doing to somebody else. So instead, be genuinely supportive, or guess what? Shut your mouth. Seriously, hold your tongue. If you can't do anything else, just be quiet. Kindness isn't about agreeing with everyone. Hear me out here. Kindness isn't about agreeing with everyone. It's about respecting their journey. And you want the same thing in return for you, right? So we've got to be kind to others so they'll be kind to us. It's important. Maybe, you're going out to lunch with a friend and your friend decides to choose a salad, but you're like, oh no, I want French fries. Give me the fries. I want the loaded fries, not just the fries. Give me the loaded fries. And rather than saying, wow, you're so boring, how about trying this? Good for you, Sue. That looks like a healthy choice. That's amazing. Way to go. That respect creates positive energy all around. It uplifts her. It builds you up. You see, kindness isn't a one-way street. It's for everyone. And when you're building someone else up, you're building yourself up too. So catch and replace negative self-talk. Speak respectfully about others' choices. And finally, number 3, make your words constructive, not critical. If you need to give feedback, whether it's, to yourself or to someone else, make sure it's helpful and encouraging. Don't cut them down. Don't cut them off. My friend, criticism that hurts is easy. Kindness that guides takes effort, but changes the outcomes. And ultimately, that's what we're here to do, right? We want to change the outcomes for the better, not for the worst. So make your words constructive. Instead of thinking, gosh darn it, you always mess up your meal prep. What is wrong with you? Say this: meal prep is tough. It's been a crazy week, but let's look at a new way to make it easier next week. I can do this. Totally changes everything. It's like, wait, I can do this. I will do this. Choosing kindness in your comments is a real shift. It truly is. It feeds the mind in a different way. We need more kindness in this world today, and it starts with you. How you talk to yourself, how you show up for yourself, so then you can extend that to others, because whatever's in your heart is what will be shared. So if you're like, I always mess up, how do you think you're going to treat that person who just messed up in front of you? Look at you. I figured it'd be that way. Yeah, be honest. We've all done it. Me guilty too. So let's bring kindness to the forefront. Let's think about what we're fueling, not just our bodies when it comes to nutrition, but our minds, the words that we use. And when we choose kindness, it really does create this shift, and it demands awareness and commitment on our part. And you have to want to be better for yourself and others enough to change not only your actions, but also how you talk about them, how you show up. Words are powerful tools. It's fuel for your mind. Really think about that. Words are fuel for your mind. The thoughts that you have are either going to lead you down a path of, okay, you're getting closer, you're getting warmer, this is good, right? It's encouraging, it's inspiring, it's motivating. Otherwise, it's like, well, you're a dipstick. What were you thinking? It's damaging and destructive, and it leads you down the path of despair and depression. But when you choose to use words that will build and add an incredible amount of energy that says, yes, I can, then that's when you're making the path to a healthier living clearer and kinder. So be the person who builds up, not tears down. Don't tear down with your mouth or with your mind. Because when you're kind with your comments, you give yourself and to everyone around you, the world that you touch, the world you impact, a fighting chance to be who they are becoming. And that in itself is a real healthy win. Go in peace, be present, be incredible, be you. I love you so very much. I cannot wait to see you on the other side. Blessings, hugs, and lots of love. We'll talk to you real soon. Have a glorious, blessed day. Oh, and maybe you're already going to go trick-or-treating. Maybe your neighborhood's doing it early. Hey, happy Halloween early. Bye.
Feeling inspired, ready to train for life and love your journey? Visit createyournow.com for more incredible resources to help you along the way. We'll see you next time on Create Your Now, Your Best Selfie. And remember, always be sure you consult your physician before beginning any health and fitness plan.